Hey, how are you? So this is an intro to the L2R West connection. And if you're familiar with the channel, you know that L2R just stands for lake to river. If this is your first time here, the ability to connect the top and the bottom of the state with one waterway disappeared after all the canals were destroyed. So what I've done over the last several years, I've connected the top of the state to the bottom using different rivers. Some flow north, some flow south. The one you're about to see on the western side, I put in at Wapakoneta on the Auglaize River, took that out to the Maumee, took the Maumee out to the lake, and then pulled the kayak from Wapakoneta over to Indian Lake, where the Great Miami starts, and then took the Great Miami down to the Ohio River. And wasn't really planning on putting in 1,000 miles of rivers, but years ago I wanted to do a river, get off of flat water paddling, and put in the Tuscaroras several times. Spent a night on the river, did a 5-day through paddle on the Muskegum. I was hooked with just being on the river and the river life, everything that it encompasses. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Little bit of a backstory. You could check out the L2R Central Connection Day 1, Part 1. Gives you a little history of how all of this really began, the story of following water. So hope you enjoy the videos and maybe catch you on the river. So this is Hammond Park in Wapakoneta. The Auglaize River. I was going to put in at Belcher Park, but then this dam is just like 0.6 of a mile west of where I would have put in. So instead of bothering trying to get out here and around the dam, I just decided to come down this 0.6 of a mile to put in. So, a little tricky. Definitely if you got any physical challenges. But, good enough path. And the water seems to be flowing pretty good. Definitely a big drop of a dam there. Probably 4-foot drop or so. But, the water has run out really good. I think the CFS has dropped to like 700 points. So we'll put in, get the boats down here and begin this L2R West, the final of the trio. So this is the dam. That's right, brought the kayak down, but it's probably a better path just going up over here through the grass on the other side of the bridge. So we're gonna put in right here. Might go over there and scout that first section first, just to see what's around that first bend. Anyway, start the rowdy app, get this party started. All right, you in, Ricky? All right. Good to go. Yeah, this is a lot higher than it normally is. You can tell just by where it comes up on the sides.
Get back here now.
I would lose my mind. My dog did that all day long. We got about a 2 mile per hour flow right now. Swing left, there's a collection of rocks over on the right. Going pretty good. Probably bouncing between 2 miles an hour and 2.5 miles an hour. Always interesting when you're on a different river for the first time, because you don't know what's normally there. I could see all the seaweed and stuff that usually grows up on this island here that's completely underwater right now. But it's floating over top of most of the high spots without having to really pick a course. There's a path that come across the river right after we put in that looks like people just piled rocks across the river in order to connect the paths that run both sides of the river. Not very kayaker friendly though. I like the look of that ahead though. That's what I think when I think of a river. Woods right up against it. I wanted to jump this wave of rain right after it ended on Thursday, but couldn't because of work. So this is Friday, probably around 9:30. Took a couple hours to get out here from the house, 2.5. But we should have good water. Had to wait for weeks on end for it to finally rain. Put enough water in this for us to start paddling. Hopefully make it up to Defiance on Sunday. It's about 86 miles away. So I want to try to put in a big day today. Set ourselves up well for the rest of the trip. All right, geese, why don't you guys just go to bank? Look how hard you're making that little one paddle. Good guys. See, that way you won't have to keep moving down the river like we do. Now you can come back in and we'll be gone. Dude, right now this is only like 1.5 feet deep.
I know, it's very shallow.
This section probably is never able to be paddled without rain. What's that? Well, that's in Kossuth. That's where that that first gauge is at, is all the way up at Kossuth.
I keep hitting boulders, rocks.
Right. Yeah, near Kossuth, it's 187 CFS, 5.75 for the depth.
And what did you say the depth was?
What's that?
You said it's 187 flow?
Yeah, the depth was 5.75 feet. But I mean, that's as far away from where we're at. Really nice through this stretch. Just saw a muskrat and a deer. right behind us, waiting to see if any other deer were crossing with it, but it was so low. I love to just listen to the birds. Still pretty close to civilization. What is swimming right in front of me? Is that a muskrat or is that a beaver? That's a beaver. I see that. I see the branch in its mouth. Did you see them that time? Yeah, they are beaver. So that family must be here because that's the second young one that we've seen. And I wasn't sure at first, but then when I saw them carrying that shoot from that willow tree.
Yes.
This is a nice section. You know, it's probably one of those sections that no one ever paddles because there's never enough water in it.
Right.
And the animals don't get disturbed. Because I've never gotten that close to beaver other than in the national park.
Right.
When somebody's there every day.
Right. No way. You're right about that. This is awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty.
Trying to make out if that was an eagle or a hawk. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I don't know, man, because it was so large. I think it was an eagle, but I couldn't, through the branches, I couldn't see enough of it.
Well,
I saw him land in there, yeah.
Did you see him? He flew across. After the deer went, he flew across.
Right.
And then the next thing I know, I saw him flying up the frame.
Mm-hmm.
So, I saw that white thing way back there, and I thought, nothing.
See that deer crossing straight ahead of me? Okay, it completely screwed me up. I wanted to get a picture of that deer. What's that?
What's that in the water up there?
I don't know, I'm wondering the same thing.
You see it?
I think it's trash.
Yeah. Moving though.
Yeah. Plastic bag.
Is this foam or something? That's cool. You saw the deer then, right?
Yeah. What's that?
Look at how big that thing is though.
I know. Yep.